Hi guys, welcome to Trisha Dishing, and just came back from a very, very strange, upsetting meeting with a potential herbalist that I was going to start going to. She has a little shop in Fairchance. Her name's Mary Myers, and she has a shop called Mary's Wellness Center. And anyway, since I'm on the path of getting better and not taking any of big pharma's drugs and all that stuff, I wanted to make sure to start taking better stuff. Like I'm taking curcumin and things like that, omega-3s, krill oil, silver salt, things like that to make myself feel better and trying to lose weight and exercise. So Mary had been an old friend from before and had helped me with that. But anyway, so I went to her and we're beginning to talk about some things to take for, weight loss and things like that. And all of a sudden she just bursts out and she says, "Are you a Trump supporter?" And I'm like, and I went, well, I did vote for him. And let me tell you, we went from, honey, you look so good for being 46 years old. Oh my gosh, you look in your 30s. Oh, I have this to help you. Oh, don't buy from that brand. Don't do that. Don't do this. I'll take care of you, to a literal demon manifesting in front of me. So I went down that alley just a teeny bit because I wanted to explain to her that I know she, even as she's a Democrat, that I was to a very staunch Republican before. And until I realized that, and I was, my eyes were open, that the two-party system was basically created to have Americans fighting and not to be able to come and reason amongst each other. And it was it was horrible. So I'm praying and trying to keep my composure, of course, because I was being attacked. If she had things to say that was, she was saying about how Trump grabs women constantly. I mean, you could tell she was drinking from the faucet of the Communist Network News, as my friends friend Brian at High Impact Flicks talks about, or the Clinton Network News and MSNBC and all the mainstream. I mean, it was like she started to regurgitate all their talking points. So I'm like, Mary, I said, I don't want to get into all this. I said, I'm just here to, let's do this with the herbs and things like that and with the supplements. And she goes, I just still can't get over. Really? You know what he did in Yemen? Do you know that we're going to be in nuclear war? By next month, we're in nuclear war. I can't believe you're a pastor's wife and you voted for a man like that. So I asked her, I said, what did Hillary Clinton, I said, I'll bite. What did Hillary ever do? I said, you were going to vote for a crook. And I started naming all the things that Hillary was not called on in the mainstream media, the programming, as we know that TV programming is called TV programming because it programs you. And I started asking her, and the only thing she can come up with was the CHIP program in Pennsylvania, the state I live in. And Hillary didn't even do the CHIP program. It was a mess. It was but anyway, so I just said, listen, let's not let these people who own these companies, these news networks that are, they're owned by 6 major conglomerates that all are special interest groups. And they basically create the news talking points. She still wouldn't believe me. And then I started explaining to her about the Republicans. I said, look, no, with Jesus, and she's a Christian, supposedly. Excuse me. I said, would Jesus want us to be, I said, you really got mad at me. I'm trying to be your customer and give you, some business. And I said, would he want that? And she said, well, no. And it just, and then she goes, and I said, that's why we shouldn't be a Republican or Democrat. I said, I was a staunch Bush supporter until I realized and woke up one day that he was horrible. Oh, of course not. I mean, anything I said about a Republican, she agreed with, but if I said something about what the Democrats did, she would defend them. But anyway, then the low point came when she started telling me about my dad, who just passed away 2 years ago, that he didn't finish a job or something. My dad was a good guy, very respectable, and she literally attacked me about my deceased father. Needless to say, that was the end for me. I could care less about politics, but not my dad. I love him and I miss